G'day guys, I'm Biggest Kev. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm out bush and I've come down to a old timers mining camp area where the old timers used to camp when they were hunting for gold in this area, and I have found coins here before, so I thought I'll come down here, have a bit of a hunt, see if I can find some old coins and relics left behind by the old timers over probably 120 years ago now. So that's what I'm doing today. Yeah, I was going to go out to Hit and Miss Creek, but we've had some rain. We've had rain for the last 2 or 3 days here, and what happens in that paddock is it gets too boggy. It's too hard to get into. So I thought I'll come out here, hunt around, see if I can find a few coins, some relics, and maybe next week I'll head out to Hit and Miss, yeah, and do that again. Okay guys, stay with me and see what I find. Okay, I've got a good target here guys. I've found a lot of rubbish, pieces of lead, the back of a shotgun shell, and I've got a good target just here. Just give us a listen. Just here. I'll just set this up so you can see a bit better. Okay, my detector's ringing up. It's an Equinox 600, the detector, and it's ringing up a 20, strong 20. So it could be a copper coin, maybe a penny. That's my guess anyway. And I forgot to bring my pinpointer, guys. I forgot my pinpointer. So it's going to be really hard to find the target unless it's a big target. Right, let's see if I've got him out of the hole. It's over here. I might have just missed him. Might have just missed him, guys. So, yeah. Let's hope it's a good coin. Righto. It's in this clump. There it is, it's a coin. It's a penny. An old penny, guys. I haven't got my reading glasses. I'll have to clean him up. Oh, looks like a... Oh, it's a Britannica. A Britannica coin. I'll just give this a bit of a look. That's a Britannica. An old Britannica coin. I'm guessing it'll be late 1800s, early 1900s, this one, because that's up around when the old boys were here camped up in the late 1800s. They were here early and into the early 1900s. Okay guys, I'll get back to you with another one, hopefully. Okay, I've got another target just here, guys. It's a 1718 on the scale. I'm in the same area where I found that penny, so it might be another coin. Right, let's see if it's out. I've seen it. No, it's not a coin. That's what it is. It's a grommet, a metal grommet, probably from the tent, from the old timers tent, on the eyelets. I'll carry on. Okay guys, I didn't do very good with that prospecting for the coins and relics. So what I've done, I've come up the hill a bit, across the river, and come up the hill a bit, and there's this old shaft. And I've been here before, but I just want to, I'm going to take another sample here, but I just want to show you the mullock heap. You can see the big pile of mullock there, and this mullock, the pile goes all the way around the shaft. I'll just climb up on top of the mullock heap. I'll show you down inside the, now the shaft's down in there, but all those leaves or those branches from the trees all fell down into the shaft, and they've sort of blocked it off. So if you have a look at the size of this mullock pile that I'm standing on, and it's huge, I wouldn't even be able to guess the amount of rock here, but it'd be in the, oh, probably it must be in the thousands, or around 1,000 tons of rock here. And most of it is quartz. There's a heap of quartz. There's quartz there, all across the front here. There's quartz. There's also some basalt in amongst it, and quartzite rock. There's a piece of quartzite there. There's a piece of quartzite, and there's a piece of basalt, and they've dug straight down into the vein there. And around this side, that's the reef there, a big quartzite reef with quartz in it, and it runs all the way down there, down to the creek. Sort of comes up and dips down, and on this side where the strike is, the reef, they've really piled up the mullock here. There's tons of dirt here that they've dug out of this hole, out of that shaft. And on the other side, it's flatter ground over there where my bucket is. It's flat ground over there, and the mullock pile is smaller. So my guess is, around here where the mullock pile is smaller, it's where they were stockpiling the ore, or they were loading the ore onto a cart. Would have been a horse driven cart, I'd imagine, back in the late 1800s when the old timers were here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dig into the mullock here. You see that piece of quartz there? You see the rust on it? Yeah. I'm going to dig into this mullock on this side of the shaft and take some samples and take them home and just pan it out and see if I can get any traces of gold. Okay, what I've done, I had a rake through this mullock pile on this lower end of the mullock pile. I raked through it with the pick, and I was looking for quartz that had rust on it, so mineralized quartz. That's what I was looking for. I was just picking up little pieces. Like that piece there. So just pieces of mineralized quartz. I'm picking them up and I'll chuck them in my bucket. That's what I've got so far. I haven't got much, but that's all right. I just want to, I know they found gold here. That's why they sunk the shaft. And I have found copper, malachite in the quartz rocks here. I hit them open with a hammer and I found malachite in it. And in the mines records, they said that the gold that they got out of this shaft, it was in the quartz seam, and there was copper in the mix as well. Okay, so there's the shaft where I was just taking those samples from, and in a straight line on strike. Look at this, guys. Here's another test hole directly in line, and there's the vein just there. There's part of the vein just there. Big pieces of quartz with green in it, olivine maybe. Yeah, so they must have been looking, because they obviously found gold there. That's why they sunk the shaft. They followed it up strike, and they were obviously looking for another rich deposit in the reef. As there's part of the reef just here. That's part of it there. I just picked up a piece of quartz, or quartzite this is, out of that hole, and see that green? And you see that green band running through it? I think that's olivine. Yeah, cool. We had quite a bit of rain over the last 3 or 4 days, and as you can see, we've got water in the creek. It's not a lot, but it's there. It's the runoff from the hills, and that's why I'm saying I couldn't get out to that hit and miss creek, because the track end would just be too boggy, even for 4-wheel drive. Okay guys, I'm back home. I've set up the crusher. Here's the material that I brought back from that old timer's shaft, from the waste dump. There's some of the material I grabbed off it, and I'm going to crush it up, pan it out, and see if we can see any pieces of gold. Okay guys, I'll just get back to you when I've set the crusher up and I'm running. Okay guys, here's some clean quartz, some clean rocks. I'm going to run these through the crusher first, just to make sure the crusher's clean. So I'll run that through, and then I'll run the other ore through. Okay guys, here it is. Here's the material all crushed up. So I'll just do the whole lot in one hit, see how we go. And if you hear that noise in the background, it's my next door neighbour is having a tree cut down, so, or having it pruned I should say. He's having his tree pruned. So you'll probably hear a chainsaw and that in the background. Anyway, we'll get on with this and see if I can show you a few specks of gold. That'll be good. I'm not really expecting anything, guys, out of this, but I just thought while I was up there in that area, I would go and sample that old timer's shaft, their old mine, because I know that they got gold there. They got gold out of there, so it's worth having a bit of a look. Take the sample. I have played around there before, but not from that side where I took these samples. I actually went around on the back side and busted open some rocks, and I was looking for the copper, and I found that. I found some copper malachite in the quartz, but there was no gold in it. Anyway, we'll see what we've got here, if we've got anything or not. Okay. There's a lot of metal up there. Some of it could be from the crusher. The stone there looks interesting. Not gold though. But there's a lot of fine metal here. Some of it's from the crusher, I think. So I'll leave that and I'll run the magnet over it, tidy it up, and if I can see any gold in there, I'll get back to you. Okay guys, I don't think I can't get the camera in close enough, but it looks like gold to me. Hang on, I'll try and zoom this in just to see if you can see it. It's very fine gold up in the top of the pan. And anyway, I'll take photos and then I'll show you under the microscope like I normally do. But I can see it. You can see the gold in the pan. Really fine stuff, just flour gold. I'll get back to you at the wrap up, guys. Check out these pieces of basalt, guys, that I brought back. Pick these up. You can see the green. I hope you can see it. The green tinge in the stone. I think that's olivine. I'm going to slice these open on the big saw. This piece here, I hope you can see that. When I move it around, you see that shiny sheen. I don't know why. I don't know what that is. Some kind of a mineral, I suppose. Yeah, it's sort of, as you move it around, it flashes. Yeah, but you can see the green there, the green olivine, and then you've got this other rock, this other intrusion, and yeah, it's got a green tinge colour to it in this basalt. I'm going to cut it open anyway and might cut it open and put it under the microscope and just have a look, see what it looks like. Basalt rock, guys, that I brought back from out the bush. I'll just slice some up. You see that green, the green in there, that's the olivine, and those spots of pink, you can see it better there, that pink, that's feldspar. So there's a feldspar intrusion and olivine intrusion in this basalt rock. Yeah, really cool looking stuff. Another big slab. Check out this stuff. I didn't find this out the hills. This is another rock that I bought. This is chrysoprase. Beautiful green. Well guys, yeah, that wasn't very good at all out there. The finds anyway, all I found was 1 penny and a few little relics, but some of those relics, a couple of the caps off the shotgun shells, a few pieces of lead, yeah, 1 bullet, and some other bits and pieces. Yeah, not very good on the treasure hunting side of it. And the samples I took from that old timer shaft, I crushed them up and you could just see a few specks of gold up in the back of the pan when I panned it off, and a lot of the shiny metal that was up there. I ran the magnet over it and I picked up all the metal from the crusher. So the metal that remained, I think I counted about 10 pieces of gold and some other silver metal, I'm not sure what it was, and some sulfides, some silver sulfides in the pan as well. Yeah, but yeah, well, that I only had a small sample that I crushed, but it wouldn't warrant going back and taking more samples because it just wasn't, the samples I took weren't rich enough. Yeah, well, I've proven there's gold there, but yeah, but not enough. What else was I going to say, guys? Oh, that coin that I found, 1857, I think it was. Yeah, 1850, no, I got it wrong. 1879. Yeah, 1870. Yeah, 1879. That's right. What will I do with that? I think I might send it to Gavin. I know Gavin collects bits and pieces, and I found a couple of buttons, a couple of brass buttons. So I'll probably send them off to Gavin. If you're watching, Gavin, you can have those, mate. For sending me the material that you sent me last time. Yeah. I think that's it, guys. Yeah, a bit of just a short video, this one. That basalt, I'm going to slice that up. I'm going to cut it with a saw, my big saw, and I just want to have a look inside just to see if there's any specks of gold inside that basalt. But also it might be a good rock to polish. Yeah, I think it, because it's a hard rock, it might polish up real nice. So I'll have a look anyway. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Pretty basic one, this one. Not much else to report. Yeah, I'm expecting some mail. So stay tuned. Maybe next week, my next video will be some mail from one of you guys sending me some gold pay dirt. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, and I believe the pay dirt, excuse me, the pay dirt is from America. Yeah. So anyway, cheers. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for subscribing and helping my channel grow. Appreciate you all. Cheers. Cheers. It's a hot one today. I was sweating a bit out there. It's really humid after that rain we've had, and now the sun's out, and yeah, it's very humid, and the flies, they're in droves out there in the bush. I had me fly net on today. Okay, guys, take care, be good, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully I'm out bush. Okay, bye for now.